forget about your regular truck driving games. This one's on a whole nother level. It's about these two truck driver brothers who are in a crazy situation. They gotta transport nitroglycerin, which is like the most explosive stuff ever, and they're doing it through some super dangerous landscape. Will they make it out alive? We're telling you, it's gonna be intense. Hold on tight, get ready for a mind-blowing experience, because we're about to blow your expectations out of the water. The story starts with a car getting chased by a semi with a machine gun on it. The car makes it to safety at the camp with the assistance of another car, and the semi gets chased by some people on horses. Clara and Fred then f***ed each other. They both enjoyed the and then Clara smokes luxuriously. Fred was yakking on the phone with his bro Alex when he got into a wild scene with a car. Fred mentioned he has a client he needs to get out of the country, which is super hard right now with all the protests going on. Fred gets the plane all ready and heads over to the client's crib to scoop him up and get him out of the country. And guess what? The client was a real G and gave Fred a nice tip before they even got started. And then there was this whole crew that showed up. Gauthier, and Marchand, and Alka. They were all there to chat with the homeowner. Suddenly the police officers came there.
Where's the owner?
When they kill Malik, a fight breaks out with Fred and the others. Fred kills the cops and leaves from there. Others also ran away from there. So Fred saw this client dude with a bunch of cash stashed away in a chest. Slick as a fox, Fred gets his brother Alex in on the action, convincing him to crack open the chest and make off with the dough.
I buried it all. Kept a few bits and pieces, that's it.
Enough to blow a safe?
But guess what? The Fuzz got wind of their little scheme and swooped in, putting the cuffs on Alex. We then learn later through flashbacks. Fred and Alex's wife and daughter take refuge in a refugee camp where there is a gas field, and its well is always burning. Gas burns well in a sudden explosion. The pressure of the gas gradually increases, which can be seen on the pressure meter. As a result, the people in the camp are in danger of accidents. Meanwhile, Alex has to participate in the boxing fighting competition from the prison at the behest of the police on a daily basis.
You owe us at least 10 more fights.
I'm done fighting.
If you don't fight, you're no use to me.
Gas actually exploded due to a gas pocket collapsing during yesterday's bandit fighting.
It happened when they attacked yesterday. They hit a gas pocket.
Due to a bullet hitting the gas pocket by mistake. As there is another large gas field below this gas pocket, the owners plan to blow out the gas pocket with nitroglycerin to prevent the fire from spreading.
We need to explode 100 kilos of nitroglycerin.
So they hired Fred and Alex. Now, these two brothers are part of this risky task of moving 100 kilos of nitroglycerin through dangerous roads. Fred and Alex took off on this crazy adventure with 2 trucks and a bunch of other cars. Fred and Alex were then given the job of loading the truck with the hydroglycerin. They did a great job, but Alex goofed up and put a hydroglycerin bar on the crates. That quickly turns into a fight there, and then bam! There's a big explosion. So they set off on their adventure through the treacherous desert roads with 2 trucks packed with hydroglycerin. That road is full of death traps. So they were driving along this road and suddenly, out of nowhere, they ran into a bunch of bandits. The bandits were like, "Give us your money or else."
Getting through will require payment.
We can't pay you.
And things got real heated. Shots were fired. People were fighting. And in the middle of all that chaos, Jibril, unfortunately, lost his life. The bandits took off, but they weren't done yet. They came back with 2 cars and tried to run them over, but they weren't having any of it. They flipped both cars and left those bandits in the dust. Since they were running out of time, Gauthier told them to change their plan and go north instead.
We've lost too much time.
We're changing routes. We'll take the north road.
They did as they were told, even though it was a much more dangerous way to transport nitroglycerin. Back at the refugee camp, folks were crossing their fingers and praying hard that the fire burning in the gas well wouldn't come any closer and hurt them. The northbound convoy then entered a minefield, and a mine explosion destroyed the leading vehicle. Alex and Fred remove the mines in a local manner, and they shoot and kill a sniper there. To reduce the risk, 2 trucks now proceed along the 2-way road to reach the burning gas well. Fred manages his truck to maneuver his way through a leaking oil pool. As the truck passes it, Gauthier shoots Fred there and drives off alone with the truck. In the meanwhile, the timer shows that there are only 2 hours, 45 minutes and 46 seconds left in the 24-hour period of the deadline. So you won't believe what happened. Alex's truck came rolling up, gliding over the oily water and crossing it. And guess what? Alex and Clara spot Fred's truck cruising through the valley, looking all fancy. But hold on tight, because this is where things get wild. Fred's truck takes on a narrow road, suddenly flies off the side of the valley, and boom! It explodes in a huge, dramatic way. They rush over and find Fred all banged up, but they're not leaving him behind. They scoop him up and keep on trucking, ready for whatever crazy adventure comes next. During that time, the clock was ticking, and they still had not seen their truck, so Anne Marchand told her assistant to bring Alex's wife and daughter there. At the same time, a car of bandits trails Alex's truck. Clara, being the badass that she is, drops some nitroglycerin bars from the truck, completely blowing up the bandit car. Meanwhile, Alex's wife and daughter are taken to the gas well. Meanwhile, Alex's truck also reached the gas well field. Alex can't meet his wife and daughter even if he wants to. Anne Marchand forces Alex to take the truck full of nitroglycerin and burn the flaming gas pocket completely. Alex agrees with it, but wounded Fred in the car showed magic. He shoots and kills Anne Marchand and her assistant. But hold on tight, because the drama's final episode is yet to come. Fred took the truck and drove straight to the gas well, ultimately igniting the flaming gas pocket. And thus ends the terrifying mission of the 2 drivers. The people in the camp were released also there. Glad you joined us for this crazy journey through the wages of fear. If you're feeling it, give that like button a good old smash and hop on over to the channel for more movie adventures. Until next time, take care and keep it thrilling.